done live streams for
And
this.
you don't have to record it because it automatically gets uploaded to YouTube. Like after it's done, whatever we broadcast, it just gets archived. So we're broadcasting right now. So if you want to go to that slideshow, we'll test it out.
I'm not in quorum anyway.
I know.
No, you can't.
That's fine. I'm not really happy with
Ed's coming.
Huh?
that.
Ed is coming.
Ed is coming.
Well, he's
Our
not
finance
voting.
director.
He's not a vote.
No, but he's, you know, he's got a contribution to make.
Good, we might want to hear from him.
Hi.
It's getting here, it's cold in there. It's raw.
So what do we do if we don't have quorum?
You can
Reschedule.
talk if you don't have a quorum. You just can't vote.
Okay,
I
Talk
guess.
about what?
whatever he wants to talk to us about.
Oh.
You don't know if the other ones are coming?
Well, Misty's not. She just emailed me instead that, I guess I'm.
There's hope.
There's hope.
There we go.
Hey, quorum.
Hi there.
We was beginning to wonder.
Didn't, well, I guess it was you, didn't, I was gonna say, didn't Andrea respond and say she was gonna be here?
I don't know.
I didn't, did Andrea say what she was gonna come?
I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to call everybody? I don't know.
Well, you sent out an email.
Email. Yeah.
And Misty did respond that she wasn't gonna be here.
Well, we still have 5 minutes.
Yeah. If we have to, can we, set it for another date, like later in the month?
Yeah.
That would give,
Yeah.
But it's on the agenda, the commission meeting agenda for September 22nd.
Well, there's Andrea.
oh, well, she made it too.
How
are ya? Hi there. Hi.
Oh, and there's the man with money.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's the man with money.
Feels like it's been a long time since
I
I've seen
know,
it.
right?
Too long.
Yeah, we went through I did see it in paper over the fair, all the
Oh,
fair
yeah.
stuff, and your
Yes.
kiddos, yeah.
Hope's grandkids did really, really well.
Did they?
They took grand
That's
champion and reserve with the rabbits.
What
And
are
they're going
the,
to nationals, I think.
are they?
Yeah.
What are the,
November.
what are their last names? Where you
Call us.
call us?
Yeah, they did great. But
Exciting. Something. So, they in FFA or anything like that?
I believe the Tatum chapter.
Tatum chapter? Oh.
Yeah, her grandson and my older son are really good friends. and
Oh, okay.
So they do the 4-H together. but
That's good.
I guess he does FFA in Lovington, right?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't know, they're always
Yeah.
going somewhere. I
You better
I just
find-
take them, I just take them.
Yeah.
No,
You
mine's
better
done with
find
that.
out and
It's
inform
done.
us
She's in
next
college.
time.
The last one's in college, I don't have to
Scott
worry
was
about
in
it. Mom.
FFA growing up, he was a farmer.
Except you call her back
so,
today. We're under a
uh,
tornado
Tractor
watch.
Supply has those
Ooh, yeah, you do
long
live in
sleeve
tornado
t-shirts
alley.
that they're selling with
Canyon?
support FFA.
Oh, I didn't
She's
know
in
that.
tornado
Yeah,
alley.
they're $13.
Well, why didn't you get in that
Make
before? I was
sure
like,
that
didn't you
we
look?
got them. They're kind of cool looking. I like them.
Do they still have them?
I don't know. They did last time. They had a whole bunch of them. They had just put them out last time we were over there. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Do we want to start since we know she's not gonna be here?
Yeah.
Now, the reason that, we're streaming it today is so we can get practice doing it when
For other things?
in the parks, so.
Yeah, because Tony's gonna be the new Kevin.
Okay.
And this is Ed Ferrero, the money man.
Finance
Okay,
director.
hello.
He's the money man.
Okay, hello. All right.
Okay. I'll call this meeting to order, the Lovington Lodgers Tax. Roll call, Shannon.
Isabel Salazar, she's not here today?
She's not here anymore.
Member Gonzalez,
Here.
member Bo,
Here.
Chairman Price,
Here?
member Moreno,
Here.
and the minutes will show that member Hine is not there.
I'll accept a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Is it recorded?
Yes.
Do you wanna ask for,
Yes, a roll call vote.
well, no, or just aye?
Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay. Everyone get a chance to read the minutes.
Yes.
I'll accept a motion on considering the minutes of June 18th, 2025.
So moved to accept the minutes as written.
Need a second.
Second.
Thank you, Hope.
Who seconded that?
Oh,
Hope.
Hope.
We don't have any reports or requests.
All those in favor?
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed?
Well, I think we should listen to Ed.
Ed, you have some
Yes, I do have
details?
some, report for you. Okay. So, this is what the computer system shows right now. This is for the fiscal year ended June 30, 25. Okay, so it shows that the cash balance at the beginning of the fiscal year was 84,745. During the fiscal year, there were collections of 104,690. And then I summarized into big categories the expenditures for the year. For example, fireworks,
Yes.
display, and all the various amounts. So those totaled 108,421. So at the end of the fiscal year, there was $81,014 in the bank account. Then I also have a report here that shows as of the end of August, This is for the 2 months ended August 31st.
Thank you.
You're welcome. August 31st. So we're starting out with a cash balance of 81,000.
Thank you.
14 $14. Lodgers tax collections for the 2 months was $37,034, and then the various expenditures up to, for the month of July and August. And those totaled $57,485. So at the end, but that should say, I made a typing error there, that should say at the end of August, that's $60,563 is what you have at the end of August. And I noticed that there was one payment, additional payment made in September, but you tried to go by months rather than just particular days, so, it was, I don't recall the amount, so. That gives you some sort of idea of how much money is available. If you're doing some budgeting, I would say it's fair to use last year's lodgers tax collections as kind of a baseline as far as how much money you should anticipate receiving, more or less that amount, more or less 100,000 for this upcoming fiscal year. And then, of course, depending on what you want to spend it on, that'll be your discretion, so.
So, we have a stipend with the chamber. We have a stipend that comes out of lodger's tax. We have a stipend for the museum and Main Street. And we already allocate money for the fireworks, so we're looking at 75,000 is already taken off the 100 going into this next year.
Well, yes,
I have a question though. If the collection was for 2 months, let's just round it up to 40,000. If we collected 40,000 rounded up of lodger's tax in 2 months, 20,000 a month times 12 months a year, wouldn't we be a little bit over 100,000 for a yearly collection, or are we being conservative with the $100,000 number?
well, it just depends, on the 37,000, you'd have to do a little further analysis of that.
You gotta remember, you got the fair in rodeo. That's
During
always.
those 2 months.
I don't know, the fair really shouldn't have hit it yet because they're collecting it in the month of August. And so they'll report it in the month of September.
Okay.
But some of the lodgers, they're not real current on their payments.
Oh, I see.
And then so it might be kinda,
Okay.
I don't wanna name any vendors, but I mean, some might be a little delinquent and they might have caught up some, and then so that distorts.
I understand. But for historical purposes, is 100,000 a good round number,
I
or do
would
you think
say-
it would be higher than that?
I would say for the next, meeting, I can get you, I'll look at the last 5 years to see what the computer system says that you collected in the last 5 years. And if, whatever that average comes out to be, I would say that's pretty close to what it's gonna be.
Because the next one will be the most that comes out, won't it?
The next one.
Next meeting will be when most comes out.
No, it'll be the meeting after that.
Oh, yeah, would be. I forget, 3 months,
I know.
3 months.
So it would be it's always heavy in the.
March,
March, April, no,
April, May, June.
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
April, May, June, yeah.
Well, you'll probably build up cash balances.
Yeah, because not too much goes out in January.
No, not too much.
that gives you a rough idea of what's going on.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You wanna talk to Claire?
Hi, I'm the director of the Lovington Chamber of Commerce, and I'm requesting $5,000 from the lodger's tax for Party in the Park. This is the 50th year of the Lizard Race, so we are actually wanting to start campaigning now. We are gonna start with radio ads and newspaper ads, and we wanna do some posters, is why we're asking for the money early, just to kind of get ahead of this, because it is such a big event. It is on a Saturday this year, so we are wanting to try to keep as many people in town to be part of the 4th of July and this 50th anniversary of the Lizard Race. You guys have any questions?
Are you guys doing any special events to commemorate that it's the 50th?
We haven't really come up with too many ideas yet. We are wanting to go back to like the nostalgia, like the egg toss, the different games that we used to do when we were younger is kind of what we're wanting to do that. We were contacted by one band that we were wanting to see if maybe we could have live music out there this year instead of just the DJs like we have. We had a great success this last year, lots of vendors. I'm sure we'll double that. We've got a motorcycle club that's taking care of the car show for us, and just different organizations that have also been helping us with it. So.
Any more questions, Bert?
What about the electric light parade and some of your events coming up this next quarter?
We didn't ask for anything with electric parade last year. The only thing that you guys allocated for was that a drone. So therefore, and it was just $500. We decided not to do the drone this year. So we'll do our own campaigning for the light parade. And then we don't really ask for any until 4th of July. The only reason we're asking for it early this year is the $5,000 is because we do want to start advertising for the Lizard Race.
Well, this is my only concern, is that the city has a policy, and even our, like a reimbursement policy, is that traditionally, we've always funded on events that have come up in the next quarter, and then the month after that quarter ends, then finance looks through all the receipts and reimburses. And so I don't have any problem with changing our policy, except our policy is not changed at this point. So Cinco de Mayo may want to also do it early. Smoking on the Plaza.
Yeah, they'd all want to.
They might all want to do it, so I would think before we decide that we change our that we should have a policy change meeting and discuss our lodger's tax policy with the city manager and say, hey, we might even want to change it where all the organizations that want lodger's tax for the events for the entire year come in one time. And we do it once a year. But my only concern is that we're not being transparent or fair
To the other places.
to the other event holders, even the rodeo or the fairgrounds or any of the other ones. If we say, hey, you can come in anytime, and we're gonna say, okay, yeah, you jumped you're 8 months out, this sounds like a great idea. I really think maybe we should have some policy changes, but I'm just worried that it hasn't been presented to anybody. That's my only challenge with it.
Yeah, because it's really not fair for Main Street, who does Smoking on the Plaza, and Cinco de Mayo, the ones that come about the same time, all your stuff. So they're not getting in events
Well, the only reason we are is because it's the 50th year, or I would not be here.
Oh, I understand that, but it's still
Yeah, I know.
not, really, it's not fair to the others, because they're not getting in events for it. That's my only problem.
Well, then can I come back in January, if you guys had to do a policy, and see if we can get a little bit money before? Because it's hard with trying to just advertise a month before.
Oh, I don't have a problem, and, you know, we
See,
can talk
I
to,
had also thought, I'm sorry, Debbie.
Go ahead.
I had also thought is that we were that lodger's tax in general is a little tardy. Okay, cause your quarter's coming up next, in October. And I think that if we even say, hey, we're only gonna fund advertising or events that are happening in the next quarter, then we should be at the beginning of the previous quarter, like, boom, hey, we're gonna meet in July for your October, November, December events to give you enough time to plan. You know, that puts a lot of, work on the organizations because they need to do a better job. And I'm not saying you, but there's other organizations that get lodger's tax beside the chamber, is they need to do a better event calendar. You know, this is the events coming up 6 months down the road, this is what we're looking to do.
well, and I was thinking we could split it up a little better. If we did, you know, okay, the next quarter you ask for that, and we start at the end. And then you come before us for that next part, for the 4th of July stuff. It helps split it up. And maybe we can get more money out.
Right, or,
If we can split it between
well, and
two
even.
times.
Right, and even, I mean,
Or three,
Ed's
depending
basically
on-
saying, we're looking at 85,563 for the year, is what we have. So if they came with the event calendar coming into the future, 8 months, 9 months in the future, then we can allocate accordingly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can get on board with January if there's policy changes. I struggle a little bit with right now, for that reason, and just not knowing, you know, what the next 3 months are gonna be, and maybe finishing out the calendar year. I feel like people might put it out of their minds if it's too early, but I can get on board with January for all those other reasons.
yeah,
Even
I
if
could
there's-
too.
and
In
if there's-
January, I could see it.
Yeah, and if there's not a policy change, then I think we have the flexibility to schedule our, advisory meeting, earlier if, you know, that would help y'all out. Those are just my thoughts.
I
Because
also
our next
think-
meeting would be in January, wouldn't it?
December.
December?
Well,
But
again,
it's still-
I think it's too late doing it December. And if we're gonna fund a 50th anniversary of traditional event, then maybe with the other organizations also putting in their request early for all the events, so we can allocate that
Then we could
early.
probably do it in November.
Right,
Have a special meeting in November instead of
Say-
December,
right, and say,
if that would
hey,
work.
something like this, yeah, and do it for, like, put it out that everyone, I mean, we'd have to discuss it and see how soon do we want to take requests, and then give her the entire money that we would give for Party in the Park, and then she could use it accordingly for the next 6 months. And so could Cinco de Mayo, and so could
Smoking on the
Smoking on
Plaza.
the Plaza, and so could the other organizations, and say, hey, we're gonna look at the financing for all the events for the next 6 months, or something like that.
Because I can tell you with having to show either a canceled check that's come from the bank, both sides of it, what we're doing is, because we have such a short time, even though we're booking these, we book a lot of ours in December and January, but we can't pay them until closer to time, is we're putting a lot of this on the card. So we're ending up with extra charges because some of them are extreme doubt, and we're begging these people, please take this check to the bank immediately. We have to have proof that this check has cleared the bank. So if we did have more time, it would take a lot of stress off of us, and we would be able to save a little bit of money, because people do charge those credit card fees now. But I would say 90% of what we do during those is we're putting on the card because we have to have those instant receipts.
You know, a lot of it is, if we did that, if we did say, we're gonna have this policy change for this year coming up, and we're gonna do the next 6 months, we need to have a better event, we need better monitoring of it, you know? I don't know, it might be better for you guys and it might be better for us, but I think you need a little bit longer time to develop your requests, because I don't think the requests come in very well either. I think I don't think they're taking the time to put the request, and again, you're here, Claire, so I'm gonna pick on you. But you had put in for 1 month, for a month and a half only in your request.
Did what?
You put in for a month and a half of advertising.
Advertising?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was gonna go through
so
January.
And I didn't see that in my packet.
Where did
it
Liz?
says the event will be promoted with a month and a half radio campaign.
Okay.
So-
So we need to fix that. 'Cause
Well,
I actually wanted to go through a little bit longer.
yeah, because a month and a half, 8 months out,
Started it.
this, and we're wanting to do, and then we found out our mayor, Robbie, was the first one. So we're wanting to go through and do a series like that, telling the different things. We have stories about Erlacher, you know, going out and getting lizards for the race, and then we take them to the park and sell them, and then they would turn around and use that money to buy their fireworks.
yeah.
So I mean, there's just little stories like that we're wanting to do. Robbie's son got to go on Nickelodeon. So there's just different things that, you know, that's what we kind of wanted to do was with this money.
So
And
that
this will
would,
give us time to kind of develop that, and then I can bring it and show it.
exactly, because if you had, maybe had put, but again,
Yeah.
we traditionally fund for next quarter.
And
That's-
see, maybe that's why Misty did that, because she thought that, because actually my assistant wrote this up, because she wanted to make sure that we got those receipts. Because like I said, it's very hard to make sure that we're getting all those receipts from, even the newspaper last year was horrible from the Hobbs News Sun. They just wouldn't get us, and we have to have this, and, you know, because they didn't want to take our credit card, so it's just different.
And there should be other avenues too, to start bringing a lot of attention, like those personal stories and, you know, the whole community of Lovington, whether it be the paper or, you know, those stories that you could do a lot of like cheap and free advertising that start to bring the attention, and then we can just, you know, come in, hopefully early and, you know, fund that as far as like the broader community. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to get the whole town with different, you know, funding sources available for y'all. Cause like I didn't know those stories, and that's really neat to hear.
Well, we didn't either, and we've had a couple people come in and we're talking to them about it being the 50th year. And last 2 years ago, Misty had called John, and I mean, he showed up at the chamber with this big old folder and just, you know, newspaper ads and just all this different stuff that he posters around the walkway for that day that kind of says, you know, this year's when it started, and just kind of go through like a little timeline. I mean, we've got a lot of ideas that we're trying to develop to get more interest in this and let people know, you know, 50 years, something that just started as a little, you know, fun game in here.
What do you think, Hope? We haven't heard from you yet.
Well, just because as a new one, I don't know the policies exactly that are in place for what you guys, you know, are doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I really like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think January would be better for us to start that. I mean, I know we have our banquet, and that may be why too, we're kind of like wanting to get everything, but we can manage both events, so.
I think if we decided to do something like that, would we want to do all the events, or would you just do it all in?
All the 4th of July events, or?
Well, all the events for the spring in one big.
I like that idea.
I do too, because it gives us a lot better crunch time.
And, I mean, and then we can we'd have enough time to review all the stuff coming in and sit down, you know, even with Ed and be like, hey, are we okay with giving these amounts and stuff?
I think my suggestion would be to have, and I'm sure it would have to be open meeting per policy, the open meeting policy, but I think that we should schedule a work session several days to a week before, and then review everything, and if we have to send it back for corrections or questions, then when we have our actual meeting where we have our ducks in a row,
Mhm.
and also bring attention to the people who normally apply. It's usually the same, organizations over and over, didn't know the deadline, so I would love to have an hour-long work session, maybe the week before, and just review all the paperwork. Cause
Legal notices out there, enough notice that this is what we're planning on doing, because I don't think that we're getting the word out very well that we have, we're accepting requests for lodger's tax. And then I think I think you're right, a lot of people are not getting the word that this is what we're doing.
And this is what we can and can't do, because a
Right.
lot of people ask for things other than advertising, so.
Mhm.
Is that something the city would do as far as notifying those particular people?
I think
Well,
it should be
Shannon
in the
gets a hold of
paper.
Put an ad in there.
Yes, I would put an ad.
Well, actually, I did reach out to Yucca Blossom, because she was upset.
She's the
in
one
past.
that got upset
I
with
couldn't
me.
get a hold of her.
She
I
called
mean,
me at home
When?
when she.
No, I mean, not this time.
The time before, yes,
Yeah,
she just
I
found my
just-
name on the
Yeah,
committee and.
I didn't know what was going on with her,
Mhm.
but, I tried to reach out to her this time. I just went on her website and looked up her email, and she didn't respond, so. I guess she's had other things. She had a lot of shows going on, I know, so.
Yeah, I think we need to make sure that it's widely advertised that this is what we're gonna do. I think that would be good, yeah.
Okay, so we need to vote on whether or not we're gonna do her request right now or later.
Back, and
Yeah.
when you guys do have the meeting and they
But-
change the policy.
So when you do come back, you'll need to turn in from
A new one.
what I understand
Okay.
is what we're looking at.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is that we're looking at all the requests that everyone has from January to June,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
January to June,
Mhm.
and your event
We'll have
is
this much
July.
and then-
Yes.
Well, we do hers early that 4
Can
days.
advertise.
We need to advertise it. Well, then Evelyn also, and then for EDC, she can come because her is May 5th, so.
yeah, so go
Well, they're all
tomorrow.
gonna-
Just put June 30th on your request,
Okay.
so that we
Yeah.
don't have any
Mhm.
gray area, and then just that, since it's for advertising, just cut off your advertising the last day of June. So that, because it's not for the actual event, we're not funding anything at the actual event, so we'll just cut advertising off the 30th of, or
I-
however
I
we're gonna run
agree.
it, but just
I
for,
agree.
for paper trail.
I also think that, we need to kind of decide, have our policies kind of like, hey, this is what we want, cause it's for publicizing and advertising, so do we have anything that we want that we're not, I mean, it got kinda out of control with the ask and what we could and couldn't do.
Do we have a written paperwork that says this is what we do?
Yeah, I
As-
can send
as
it to you,
Okay,
yeah,
please, that would help.
yeah.
Just send one out
it's-
to
so-
everyone and we can go over it.
So we
City
mirror,
ordinance.
Yeah.
the state,
I'm sorry?
we mirror the state's policy.
I know
So,
that even less.
yeah, so I'll send it to you.
Yes.
But, we'll make the one meeting in November and a week before have a workshop for us. Get the calendar out. Ooh, gotta get my calendar out. Phone calendar.
So
Ooh,
what,
ooh.
what time of the month for all this in November? You think?
Cause you know that last week is turkey
We've
yucca.
got- Yeah, I don't know what the rest
Turkey yucca.
meeting is in November.
The 25th.
25th?
No. It's
24th. Sorry, I was looking Tuesday. I got brain damage.
Monday, yeah, the 24th.
The 24th of November would be the last city commissioner meeting for November.
Okay. So you would want to have the request the week.
I'm in a conference from the 3rd through the 7th of November. I mean,
Okay.
I can review, but
We have,
if we have a meeting around the 10th, a work session, and then
yeah,
Okay.
meet like the following week? When is
Either-
Thanksgiving this year?
Turkey Day,
No, we
the
could say
27th.
Okay.
I don't think it has to be a week, I mean, it doesn't have to be a week before, it could be that Monday and Tuesday. Or, well, but then if we were sending anything back for corrections to any of the,
We need to give them a grace period.
okay,
Okay, so work session the 10th and then schedule the meeting for
The 17th.
following week.
the 18th, 17th or 18th?
You want to do it on a Monday or a Tuesday, Shannon? Which one's better for you?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, that works.
So do the Monday, we can't do the 10th because that's a commission meeting.
So the 11th and 18th.
11th and 18th, yeah.
Okay.
No, you can't do it on 11th. Planning and zoning has that meeting date.
Well, they meet at 4, why can't we just do it at 5?
Oh yeah, we could do it. Well, it depends on what we got on this agenda. It could be a long agenda or it could be a short one.
Y'all have never gone an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, lately we have. We ain't got a lot of stuff. It's bad.
We'll do it on the 12th.
On when?
When's planning and zoning? The 11th.
The 11th,
I
second
just don't-
Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't wanna schedule on at the same day.
So we could do it on the 12th. Would that work for you, the 12th?
Mhm.
And we'll have the applications in for review, so during the work session, we will plan on
Reviewing.
and
Yes.
then, okay.
And then the meeting
So-
will be on November the 17th.
17th? Is that, what day of the week is that?
Okay, I know I will be gone on that day.
Cannot do it the 17th?
Oh yeah, the 17th is Monday.
The
That's
18th is
commission.
Tuesday.
18th's fine. Yeah.
18th.
Okay.
Will that work for you?
So the
No,
12th
I'll be
and
gone through the 19th. I'll be gone the 14th through the 19th for the Nationals.
Okay,
Oh yeah. Oh, you would be too, wouldn't you?
no,
Oh, okay.
So why don't we stick with the 12th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't make the commission meeting, that's fine, we're doing it for 6 months of advertising, so
Okay.
we could still do,
You do the large tax request, on the commission meeting on December?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so we could meet, is anyone going out of town for Thanksgiving?
no,
No,
No.
Probably.
and since that's a busy.
Shannon
I
is.
might be, yeah.
She going away.
The whole week, though?
Yeah,
The whole
I
week?
might be. I just don't take off a day or two.
Well, okay, then,
Since that's a busy month and we might need to have a quorum, I don't know if you're willing to do it while you're gone, but can we set up the technology to be able to call any of the advisory board members that aren't here, if anybody is out of town and still have a quorum?
Yeah, on Zoom?
Mhm.
Yes.
Can we do that? Can we have that set up for November in case we are bare bones in here?
tell me your name again.
Tony.
Tony, I'm sorry, he just started yesterday.
Okay, great.
So, yeah, so he probably doesn't have vacation yet,
Pretty sure we can.
okay.
Oh, he has vacation time. Well, no, forgot. You started back.
You're young, so I'm assuming you know a lot about technology and.
But we can do Zooms.
So,
She can call you in.
okay, so on the 12th, we're gonna have the workshop.
At
Right.
what time? At what time? At 5? Usual?
Yeah, 5
15?
o'clock.
Five,
I just do regular
5:15,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay,
When do you want
and
to
then we're
start?
gonna have the actual meeting, because we're gonna,
You
we
be
may
back
have to
when?
send them back for revisions.
Me, I will be back late on the 19th.
So we could do it on the
Why don't we do
20th or
it on the
21st.
20th? Yeah. And
We could do it November 20th or 21st.
What days are those on?
What days?
Thursday and Friday.
Friday. I'd
Oh,
rather,
not Friday.
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah,
do
not
it
Friday.
earlier in
We
the
do
week.
it Thursday on the
What day is
20th.
Thanksgiving?
that's the
following
week
week.
before.
The next week.
Okay.
She's talking, let's see, the 18th. No, I'm in September, hold on.
Okay, November 20th for the meeting.
On a Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm not here, I'll get somebody else to take minutes.
And
I-
the special,
Well, and we'll have it recorded, we can always, okay.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do their presentations for
Oh,
all lodgers taxes coming in for the 20th?
yes.
Okay.
get the applications that you've already reviewed, and then they can do their presentation.
Yep.
And you already know what's in there.
Yeah, we just have to get from EDC, Main Street.
So what date are you gonna, is the cutoff?
Oh, what do y'all think? If you're gonna be reviewing them
Well, first
on the 12th,
First, you have to put out that we're going to review all the applications for the next 6 months, January through June 30th, right? And so,
okay, I'll look at it.
so
Well, that still gives
then,
her all October to do whatever.
The work session, we'll have to advertise in the Open Meetings Act, and,
Mhm.
session, it will be advertised as an open meeting, and so that would probably save some back and forth with having to send anything back for corrections. And then, you know, maybe we have copies of the policy that they can take with them and review for the future, so everything is known by all parties. But that one will be advertised as well as a special open meeting, and then the one the following week.
But they'll have to have it in, all their stuff in before that,
Yes,
The-
pick a date that you think is,
the November
Okay.
12th.
I would do the 3rd,
No,
Yeah.
okay, do November 3rd.
yes,
Mhm.
because then that would give us, that's a Monday,
Mm-hmm.
Monday the 3rd, and that would give us 10 calendar days to review. And then the work session, open meeting on the 12th, and then the actual lodger's tax on the 20th. Okay.
And in
And-
that work session, we can address any redundant or, you know, outdated policies or changes that we've had
Yeah.
in our community, and maybe look over some more financials if he's able to provide them. Because we've been talking about doing this for a long time, and life gets in the way and we haven't done it,
I
but
know.
if we could do it, I think it'd be helpful.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do a motion to, are you
She's withdrawing.
withdrawing your application?
Okay.
Okay.
So there's nothing to close.
Adjourn this meeting?
I make that motion.
I second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Sorry we made you come.
That's okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thanks for hanging around.